So this topic will be discussed. We'll pick some hardest questions, or the request questions here. So let's say this has to be n0. Okay, you can put like this because it's the formula. And here will become n, right? The maximum amount of n. And nr equals ncr, the combination rule here. So combination will be like this. Just memorize the formula, or I prefer this. You put the r first and then n minus r factorial on the second position, but it's still okay. You can use either. And then let's go to number one. This is set. Okay, so what is this? This is the universe, or the total, or the whole sets that will be given. That is given. So this is the universal set. So in between 0 and 35. So 0 is not included, and also 35 is not included as well. So it starts from 1 until 34. So x is equals to 1 until 34. Write it down like that. So just to make you understand. And a is the multiples of 5. Again, that has to be on the inside the universe, limited by the universal set. So multiples of 5 start from 5, right? And then 10, 15, 20, right? This is the multiple of 5, 25, go on and on, 30, finish. Why? Because 35 is not considered as the universe. Why? Because this is less than 35, not less than or equal to. If we have the equal sign, you can write the 35. And B is multiple of 7. So 7, 14, 21, 7 times 1, 7 times 2. That's the way you do. 7 times 4, right? 7 times 5, no, right? Again, 7 times 5 is not included. There you go. And we know that the NA is equals to the amount. N means the amount of A. So look at this. The amount of A will become 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 elements, right? And amount of elements of B is 4, right? So N is the amount of element. Okay. Now find A intersect B. So what is this intersection? Intersect means you find both N, right? So this is both N, both A and B. So what is the both A and B element? Pick the same number. Are there any same number here? No, right? So 5, everything is not here. So an intersect B is an empty set. So the amount of an A union B, intersect B, sorry, not union, is 0. Okay, piece of cake, right? Because no equal elements that has in A and B. Okay, now an A U means union. Union means you pick all. Pick all, or actually it's either or, either A or B. So an A union B is equals to, wait, why I write the decimal, the fraction, the bracket. So an A union B is everything, right? 6 plus 4, because they are an exclusive set. They have no equal elements. So just add it up. Okay. Or you have the formula, by the way. An A union B is an A plus NB minus an A intersect B. But since we don't have an A intersect B is 0, just add this easily. So this is the main formula, the general formula. Okay. Now it is given, so we have to think right now. It is given that set X, Y, and Z are such that X intersect Y is Y. Okay. So all the element of Y is also in X, right? X element Z, X intersect Z is Z. Okay. And Y intersect Z is 0. So this is an empty set. So another form of empty set. Empty sets can be like this, 0 cross, or just empty, just put the bracket open and close bracket and without filling all the an element. Okay, so which one is the biggest? The biggest is always x, right? So x intersect y, so this is x. Okay, so but this is x, right? And then x intersect y is y, so both x and y and is equals to y, so cannot be like this, right? Because this is not whole y, the whole y. So make sure that the y is inside the x. So this is done, right? Done. X intersect z is z also. Okay. So z is inside x as well, right? Z is inside the x. So it can be here. It can be like this, right? So many possibilities. It can be like this also. But we have to look at the third condition. The third condition said that x intersect z is nothing. So x and z are exclusive. Exclusive each other means they have no connection at all. So there you go. Fixed nose, right? Okay, this is the illustration of set x, y, and z. As we know that x intersect y is y, whole y is inside the x. X intersect z is z itself. So it is a whole thing inside. It's the same. And y intersect z is 0, nothing. So they are exclusive. So you need to split the y and z. They have no connection. Okay. Any question for this part? This number 1a and 1b. If you have any question, let me know. Okay. Now you can skip this first. Okay, there you go. Number 3 is the polynomials. Remember the rules? So the first 3 terms in the expansion. Okay, later on we just want to focus on the formula. If we have a plus b to the power of n, start from n0, a power n, b power 0, right? And then n1, a power n subtract 1. I put it below rather than to offside. I think downside is better. Okay, times b power 1, right? n2, a n minus 2, right? You decrease the first variables and you increase the power of the second variables, b power 2, and so on. The rules will be nr, right? A power n minus r times b power r until n, the maximum amount, n power a power n minus n, right? 0, and it will be switched b power n, right? So this will be the basic formula. And why I put like this? Because I see the word problems and we try to use the simplest pattern. Okay, this is the simple pattern. Okay, done. Okay, the thickness is the same. What happened? Okay, I think this is better. So how do you expand the a plus x minus 4 power 5? So a plus x over 4, not x power 4, I'm sorry, power 5. Start from 5, 0, right? 32, the first term. The second term, 5, 1, bx itself. And then cx squared is 5, 2, right? This is the first 3 terms, right? And then 5, 0, it has to be a power 5, right? A power 5 minus 0, 5 itself. And then times the b is, wait. So this will be x over 4, the second variables, power 0, right? Do it slowly. Why I have to put the 0? Why I just cannot ignore this? Because we are following the patterns. That's the rule. So do it slowly. You have 2 hours for doing this. So no need to be in a hurry. So a power 5 subtract 1, you can just write 4. And then x over 4 power 1. And then a to the power of 5 minus 2 is 3, right? And then x over 4 to the power of 2. And what is 5, 0? Remember, 5, 0 is 5 factorials, 0 factorials, 5 minus 0 factorials, right? So the formula of nr is equals to n factorials. Factorials is the multiplication of that number until 1, right? let's say 10 factorials, 10 times 9 times 8 times blah 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 times 1, right? You decrease the number until 1 or 2. Why? Because 1 is can be ignored, right? Because you multiply by 1, you just ignore the 1. Okay, there you go. This is the formula. So the left side is formula, so I don't have to go back to the first page. Now, 0 factorials. Okay, sorry, I forgot. 0 factorials is always 1. Okay, this is the rule. Why it has to be like that? Again, I don't know the basics of why 0 factorials is equals to 1, but memorize. So 5 factorials over 1 times 5 minus 0, 5 factorials, right? So you can cross everything, you will get 1. 1a power 5. And then anything to the power of 0 is always 1, so let it be. 5, 1. So 5 factorials, 1 factorials, 5 minus 1 factorials, right? Or make it simple, 5 factorials over 1. 1 factorials is 1 itself, because you don't have to, you cannot decrease until 0, because if you decrease until 0, you get 0 for every answer, right? So 1 factorials, 4 factorials. So this is quite challenging, but we have the simple way. 5 factorials is 5 times 4 factorials, right? You don't have to write 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, because this is 4 factorials also. Why I ignore the 1? Because everything divided by 1 is 1, everything multiplied by 1 is 1, so the 1 can be ignored. 5, write down. 5a times x over 4, right? I just combined the question, I mean the number. Now, part 2, 5, 2. Okay, that is more to the concept, right? So 5 factorials, 2 factorials. I want to make it fast. 5 minus 2 is 3, right? So you don't have to write 5 minus 2 bracket factorials, wasting time. So 5 factorials, 5, 4, 3 factorials, right? And then 2 factorials is 2 itself, because 2 times 1 is 2. 3 factorials, 3 to 1, but you can just write like that. Now, what we're going to do is cross the 3, right? 20 over 2 is 10. Okay, write down 10, right? 10, a cubed, x squared over 16, right? Just make it fast.
In
Yes?
the 5a x over 4, is there supposed to be a power to 4?
Yeah, thank you. Forgot. Thanks for reminding. It's a power 4, right? So this is 32 for the first term, and this is bx for the second term, and this is cx squared for the third term. So look at the highlight part. Okay, you highlight everything here. We cannot highlight some. And look at this. Why I ignore the x? Because x can be crossed out on the left hand side to the right hand side. Okay, and this also, right? Okay, I think this is more to I'm more prepared. Why? Because I look at the question previously. I don't do out of the blue. So 8 power 5. So first term, a power 5 equals 32. So you can get the a easily 2, right? So a equals log. Wait, no. It's not logarithm, because logarithm is to find the power. The power is given 5. So power 5 root of 32. So it's 2. Okay, a equals 2. Second term, 5a cube, 5a to the power of 4 over 4 equals b. We have the a already, right? So 5 times 2 power 4 over 4 equals b. What is 2 power 4? 16, right? So I can just simply cross the 2 power 4, 16, and 4 becomes 1 and 4. So b equals 20, right? Done. Now for the third term, 10a cubed over 16 equals c. So 10a. Okay, a is the superstar here, because everything consists of a, right? So here, so 10a cubed, so 2 cubed over 16 equals c. So what is 2 cubed? 8, right? 8 over 16, you can cross the 16 by 2, because it is 8, right? Becomes 1. And then 10 over 2, 5. So c equals to 5.
Wait,
Okay,
Gohan.
yes?
How can you cross out x squared and x cubed?
Okay, because
Isn't there?
I did something also here. 2. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Why I ignore? Because you can just divide by x for both sides, right? I want to divide by x here. So I can just write 5a power 4 over 4 equals b. And I can just divide x squared here. So I can get simple equation 10a cube over 16 equals c. Get the idea, Vicky? So I just divide the x square or x for both sides. Understand?
Yeah, I get that.
Okay, nice. So this is your final answer. A equals 2. Okay, write it down. A equals 2. B equals 20. Do we have the space here? Oh no. Okay, so please write it one more time. So your proctor or your corrector will see the conclusion, okay, rather than like this. It's so messed up, right? Now, what else? Wait, give me a moment. Okay, polynomials. Find the polynomials first. Okay. After that, we can go for the next part. You don't have the polynomial rule. Moment, please. Wow, they give you a plenty spaces here. Okay, no polynomials at all. So let's try finding the IGCSE questions about polynomials. But do you have any question on this part, girls? Number 7, 8 and negative 15 is not 8 over negative 15. So this is actually x and y. Okay, so a vector v has a magnitude of 102 units, has the same direction. It is the same direction, but it might be different in a magnitude. For example, this is a, right? This is, let's say, 2a, double the size, but they share the same direction, right? So this is the question mean. Okay, they have the same direction and the different magnitude, right? So let's try. This is 8k and negative 15k, right? They share the same direction, means the x and y position are equal. Or you can just write like this. I think this is the easiest way. K 8 negative 15. Okay, you don't have to write the k inside of the x and y. So the magnitude is 102 units. So we know that if we combine this, it becomes 8k over negative 15k, like I said previously. And this magnitude is 102. Do you know what is the magnitude? Let's say, I will give you one idea about this. This is x, this is y, right? This is the basic, and this is the factor, right? So how do you find the length of the factor here? So if you are finding the length of the factor, you are finding the Pythagoras, right? And this is supposed to be x squared plus y squared, right? So write it down. So this is the resultant force or resultant factor or the total factor. So using the Pythagoras rule. This is the rules. Okay. So the magnitude is 102 units. So 102 units is equals to square root of 8k square plus negative 15k square, right? So 102 equals to square root of 64k square plus 225k square, right? And this will become the simple answer, 289k square. And what we know as the square root of 289 is 17, right? So we don't have to square both sides because the square root can be you can just get the number out of the square root. So 102 equals 17k. And we know the value of k, okay, 6, right? Right, make it fast. 6. So find v in terms of a and b. Okay, this is v, right? So the v will equals to 8 times 6. K, you can just substitute the 6 to the k to the 6. The k by 6, I mean. So 48 and negative 90. There you go. This will be your final answer, right? And then b. Okay, this is the formula. So the left side is the basic or the concept. Now number 7b. Factor c for 3. So what we can add is x with x and y with y, right? So c plus 2d. What is c plus 2d? C plus 2d is just substitute for 3 plus 2 p subtract q 5p plus q. So this is actually a simultaneous linear equation, but we try to solve it later. So 4 plus 2 bracket p minus q for the top side, right? For the top side, c plus 2d. And for the bottom side, or for the y, 3 plus 2 bracket 5p plus q. And it is equals to this, right? P square and 27. So we can just, what do you call it? We can expand and simplify. 4 plus 2p minus 2q equals p square. So hard. And then 3 plus 10p plus 2q equals 27. Okay, I think this is the hybrid question about the simultaneous equation, simultaneous non-linear equation. Why it is non-linear equation? Because we have the square. But I think we can just simply put this. I want to eliminate the q, so everything is in terms of p, right? And it can be eliminated without multiplying by any constant, because it's already 2. Right, so thanks to the question, you just add all the numbers, right? If you add negative 2 plus 2, done, eliminated, right? So 4 plus 3, 7, plus 12p equals p square plus 27, and you can find the p, right? You can find the p, so I put everything to the left, to the right side. P square minus 12p plus 27 minus 7 plus 20. Wow. What's the number? Okay, we get it. I get it. P, you just use the formula of the sum and product. You don't have to use ABC rule because it's easy. You can just factorize easily using the sum and product rule, right? This is a sum. Something plus something equals negative 12. Something times something equals 20. Negative 10 and negative 2, right? Negative 10 plus negative 2 is negative 12. Negative 10 times negative 2 is positive 20. Okay, so what next we can do? Okay, just find the p equals 10. Remember, if p minus 10 equals 0, so the p equals 10. And the next number, the next possible p is 2, right? So p1 and p2. But we haven't got the q. Okay, q1. Where is the q? My goodness, you can put either way. You can put on top or on bottom. But I think the second equation will be more simple to do. Why? Because we don't have to put the square on p. 100. It wasting time, right? So how do you find the q later on? Just put 3 plus 10p plus 2q equals 27. So if I change the p as 10, so it will be 3 plus 10 times 10, right? Plus 2q equals 27. 3 plus 100 is 103. Yeah, 103. So 2q equals 27 minus 103. Okay, I desperately need the calculator right now. 27 subtract 103. Negative 76. So negative 76 divided by 2 is negative 38. So negative 38 and you put the P as 2 on the same formula. Wait, you can cross this. Okay, make it fast. I'm too lazy to write down one more part, but I think you know. Change the P by 2. 27 minus 20. Oh, okay, 7. Right. No, 23. Right. Because 3 plus 20. 23. So it is 4. The Q is 2. Right. So the Q2 equals 2. So the possible values of the constants P and Q. So first possibilities is 10 and negative 38 P comma Q, or 2 comma 2 P comma Q. It's not X and Y, but it's still okay. Or if you are not sure about my working, about my display, about this display, also not sure about this, so write down, you just can highlight the answer. So just highlight this with the different color, of course, or you can circle the X and Y with the different color. That's my opinion, yeah, and that's my advice, so you don't have to so your proctor will be more satisfied with your answer. Okay, done. Okay, let me know whenever you have any question. Okay. What else? What number? Just pick the number, any number. So number 8, we have to see the logic, or see the question. What is the question is expecting you to do? First thing, d square y over dx square is the double derivative or the second derivative, right? And we are finding the expression for the gradient. Okay, so what is the gradient? Gradient is the first derivative, right? So we are given the second derivative and we are asked the first derivative. So what you need to do? Integration, right? dy dx equals to integration of d square y of dx square, right? So this is the basic formula. I just put it on the left side, and then integration of 4 times sine 2x, the gradient, right? Or the m, gradient equals 5, right? At the point where x equals, okay, pi over 2 later on. We try to integrate it first. Let 4 be 4. Sine becomes negative cos. Remember? Because this is integration, not derivative. If derivative, it is just switch. Integration rule of integration of trigonometry. Integration of trigonometry. Sine becomes negative cos. Cos is sine, becomes sine. Integration, careful. This is integration, not derivative. Second square becomes tangent, right? But we have the 2 here. So the 2 is annoying. So what we have to do? Okay, sine ax equals cos ax over a. Put the over thing, remember? And then sine becomes negative cos 2x over 2 plus c. Don't forget to plus the c. So m equals, cross out, negative 2 cos 2x plus c. Since we have the formula, or since we have the clue, we need to find the c. C is supposed to be found. So the m equals 5 when x equals pi over 2. If you are not familiar with pi over 2, you can use the degree with angle, or you can just simply put on your calculator. Give me a moment, I'm opening the calculator. Okay, there you go. Here, okay, I think I need to put it on the left side. Okay, here you go. You can put it later. Okay, later. So m is 5. Just write it down because it is given. So negative 2 times cos 2 times pi over 2 is pi. Just make it fast. Plus c, right? And then make sure that this is r because we are using the radian. Okay, the pi. So negative 2 cos pi equals 2. Okay, nice. 5 equals 2. Are you sure? Why? I'm not sure. Oh yeah, okay, just let it be. Plus c, right? You put on calculator. Okay, and then c equals 3. And what is the formula of the gradient topic or the gradient concept? Again, we need to go back to its general form. The general form is of gradient is this. Before we put any clue, so this is the clue, right? So before we put any clues, that's the general form of the gradient. So m equals negative 2 cos 2x plus 3. This will be the formula. And the curve passes through the point. So what is this? X and y. See, how do you do this? First thing first. What is the point? What is the y? Y is this? Y is the integration of dy dx. So we do the double integration. So we have the m. So actually this is dy dx, right? Negative 2 cos 2x plus 3. So you integrate this. So y equals integration of dy dx. Okay, without using this another rule, I don't write it down, but this will be the basic concept. And y equals integration, just use the general. So this is another clue, right? But again, we have to put on the basic. Negative 2 cos 2x plus 3. So y equals negative 2, let it be. Cos becomes sine over 2 because we have the 2 here, so put over 2. If it is 3, put 3, right? If it is 4, put 4 for the denominator. Okay, cos 2x. So sine 2x over 2. Again, if it is a over a, right? Okay, I want to make sure that you understand that part. That's the basic concept. Okay, it will be repeat. I will repeat that. Plus 3 becomes x, right? 3x itself plus c, right? Another c. So it's a separated c from the top side. The c is not 3, of course. We have to find the answer. And we can cross out the 2. So y can be simply written negative sine 2x plus 3x plus c. Okay, close this because we tend to not close the not using the bracket. And we have the glue. Okay, write down negative half, right, equals. So in putting the clue, negative sine 2 times pi over 12, close the bracket like this, plus 3 times pi over 12 plus c. Now, what we're gonna do is solve or finding this answer. Wait, there you go. Sine, negative sine pi over 6. That's the simplest way. I don't want to write 2x over 12. Pi over 6 is better, right? And then close. What you need to do? Okay, very simple. So negative half equals negative half also plus 3 or plus pi over 4 plus c, right? Can cross the 3 by 12, pi over 4 plus c. Now, cross out, right? So we know that the c will equal to negative pi over 4, right? Negative pi over 4. Negative pi over 4. Now, go back to its original rules. There you go, here. So go to the right side. So the y equals to, or fx, up to you, but this is y, of course. Negative sine 2x plus 3x plus minus pi over 4, right? Or minus pi over 4. I am inputting the c. Okay, this also the answer. Okay, next, do you have any question for part 1 and part 2? So it's the first integration and the second integration. If no, we want to close the question of number 8 by looking at the third part. So this is the answer. This will be the answer also. Okay, Microsoft Edge is quite convenient to write on the PDF easily. Okay, find the equation of the normal to the curve at point P. So we have the P, normal. Remember, normal is always 90 degree with the tangent. So for example, I have the curve. This is the tangent, of course, touching the line of the curve, tangent. The normal will be on the same point, but it's 90 degree. So this is a normal curve at point P. So write down one more time. The P equals pi over 12, comma 1, negative 1 over 2 with the gradient of the tangent. Okay, write down the tangent line first. 5, right, at the point P, right? Where, okay, wrong. The gradient is not 5, but you can find the gradient of the tangent first by inserting the x. Careful, the x is different for part 1 and part 2. So at point P, the x is pi over 12. Write down pi over 12. Okay, it's written. So x equals pi over 12. And the gradient of the tangent clue will be negative 2 cos 2x plus 3. Negative 2 cos 2x plus 3, right? Wait. So you are combining question part 1 and question part 2. It's negative 2 cos 2x plus 3. Negative 2 cos 2x plus 3. Still a tangent. Be careful. Because the equation of the general rule here is the equation of the tangent. Okay? Not the normal. Normal means you have to put the negative reciprocal later on. Substitute the x with pi over 12. Negative 2 cos pi over 6. Make it fast. Plus 3. Right? Wait. If I make it fast, it's too fast. And it might be not understood. Okay. There you go. Just insert the x by pi over 12. You can use your calculator to find the specific answer. Pi over 6, right? I know you can do it right now. What the hell? That's the answer. 3 minus square root 3. Okay, I know what is the question expecting you to do. Rationalize the formula. So this is still on the tangent, not the normal. So if you are finding the normal, we know that it is 90 degree. M tangent is perpendicular to the M normal. So the M normal is always negative reciprocal of the tangent. So this will be negative reciprocal. So the M of normal will be negative 1 over, right, 3 minus square root 3. Again, this is not the rational rules, right? Okay, you can use 3 decimal place, so you don't have to rationalize. Just put in to your calculator. Man, sorry, overthink. You can just put this. Okay, negative 1.26 for the tangent, right? Negative 1.267. 3 decimal place. Negative 1.268. Why? Because we are rounding the number. right? I want to write the thing. This is the tangent, yeah. This is the tangent.
Hans,
Yes, Tedra.
can you show us how to rationalize the number? Because I think we might have to like rationalize stuff on the test in case.
Okay, sure. So let's do the rationalized formula. Here, just in case, if you can do the decimals, just do that, and then 1 point something, and the negative reciprocal of 1 point something, negative 1.1 over 1 point something. Okay, so if you are rationalizing number times the reciprocal here, so 3 plus square root 3, find the opposite, right? 3 plus square root 3. We call this as a conjugate. Okay, you multiply by its conjugate. So for example, I have, okay, I put it on the left side, 1 over square root a plus square root b. If you want to rationalize the number, times square root a minus square root b. Or if I have 1 over, even we have a here, no root, plus square root b or plus minus square root b, I multiply by again with the a minus plus, right? You just switch the operation. Okay, why? The question is why you have to do this, because we are following the rules of sum. The product of the sum and difference is always a square minus b square. So the product of square root a plus square root b with square root a minus square root b will equals to a minus b. All the root will be annihilated, right? So the negative stays there. So 3 plus square root 3 over 3 square, right? Minus square root 3 square. So the answer will be 3 plus square root 3 over 9 minus 3 6. See, that's it. And then what you can do, you can just insert the formula. We have the m. Now we have the points. The points is here, and the gradient of the normal will be like this. So to form the linear equation, y equals mx plus c. So there you go. The y is already given negative 1 over 2 equals m of the normal. Why? Because we are finding the equation of normal. Negative 3 minus square root 3. Why? Because I combine a negative, because this will be opening the bracket to make it more simple. Or, okay, we don't have to open the bracket. We can cross. I don't think so. Negative 3 plus square root 3. So either way, yeah, I just use what I think it is more convenient to you. Plus times x, right? Okay, almost forgot. X is pi over 12 plus c. Again, if you are already rationalized the number, you just can put on your calculator. Okay, because they asking you for the c as the 3 decimal place. So we can just ignore. We already know how to rationalize, so we just put it bracket, negative bracket, fraction, right, over 6 times, okay, right down here, close, SD, right, and multiply by pi over 12. Negative 0.206, 3 decimal place, okay, 206, negative 2.206, negative 2.206 plus c, and this is negative 0.5. So if everything is decimal, if one is decimal, everything is 2 decimal. So c will be negative 0.5 plus 2.206. So it is 1.706 c. We have the gradient and we have the c. Now, what we're gonna do, go back to its original. Over 6, x plus 1.706, done. Okay, that's the formula. It's a long journey for question 3. Okay, question number 8, part 3. So this is how you do the rationalization. Okay, I don't have the easy spelling. So rationalizing the denominator with the root on the bottom, on the denominator. Okay, this is the key parts. What are you finding? The M and the C. After that, just simply put the M here. I double highlight this and the C. Okay, that's the linear equation. Again, if you ask what to do with this on your future, this is a quite important part on engineering. Okay, why? Because you are trying to look at the behavior of the machine. The machine works with a certain age. For example, it has some time to do the age of the machine, and we are finding what is the lead time, for example, of the machine. So it's totally, and it's can be exactly found by using the integration and the derivative formula. Okay, now let's try. Okay, angle on center equals twice of the angle on circumference. That's the formula of the mensuration rule. I think we can skip this. Let me know. Just request what number that you want to be explained. There you go. This is quite hard. Okay. Thursday. Our arrangement in a straight line. Every words or every letter are different. T, H, U, R. Okay, there are no same letters. So I think this is, I need to explain this to you. 10 more minutes. Okay, we still have time. Find the number of different arrangement these letters if there are no restriction. So how many letters we have? Just count it first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So n equals 8. If there are no restriction, so out of 8 possibilities, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, first letter can be all possibilities, 8. But if I already pick one on the left side, so the rest will be 1 minus, right? So the availability. So I put the amount of the availability. Availability 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 8 factorials, right? You multiply everything. This is the multiplication rule. So 8 factorials, or you can just use calculator. So rather than you put 8 times 7 times 6, wasting time, we have the formula 8 shift this. Okay. So you don't have to write 8 times 7 times 6, oh, wasting time. 40,320 possibilities if there are no restriction. Done. The arrangement must start with letter T and with letter Y. Okay, out of 8, letter T only 1, right? Letter Y only 1 as well. 1, 1. Right? There are 2 absolute necessity, absolute way, right? Absolute, you don't have to, it's not compromised. You can't compromise the T and Y because it's already written here. So out of 8, we already occupied 2, so the rest will be 6, right? 8 minus 2, 6. So 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Or 1 times 6 times 4. Okay, you can just ignore the 1, or you can just write 6 factorials. That's more simple to do, right? So 6 factorials. 6 factorials. Bang, 720 possibilities. Way smaller, right? If I put 2, way smaller. Okay. What's the number? 720. Okay, can you imagine if I times 10 by 8? 40,320 as well. So divided by 57, what is the number? I forgot. 720. Okay. So if I make 1 prohibition, it will be way less. If I make 2 prohibition, it's more or less. It's more going down for the amount of possibilities. The second letter in the arrangement must be Y. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This always Y. So it has to be, wait, I put the Y on on the wrong position. So this is Y. So only 1, right? So we have 7 more. So 7, and the rest will be 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You can ignore the 1 as well here, because you multiply by, if you multiply by 1, you won't change anything, right? 7 factorials. Okay, 720 times 7, right? Or you just write calculator. 7, you just type on your calculator, done, bang, 5040. Okay. So T and Y is already occupied. This is all possibilities. So if I pick one, I cannot put the same letter, right? So it cannot be T, 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 T like this. No, always decreasing by 1. Okay. 7 children, there you go, are to divided into 2 groups. One of 4 children and the other of 3 children. One group is consists of 4 children. 3 groups consist of another group consists of 3 children. Given that there are 3 girls and 4 boys, find a number. Different way this can be done if first there are no restriction. Very simple. Out of 7, you pick the combination, right? You combine 3, 7 combine 3, 4, I mean 7C4, or and the second group, out of 4 students. Wait, if I pick 4, wait, 7C4. Wait, give me a moment. Okay, wait, I have to think. Wait, it's very, very, very complicated. 7 children have to divide it into 2 groups, one of 4 children and the other of 3 children. Given that there are 3 girls, so you don't have to mind, you don't mind the girls and boys because there are no restriction. Okay, so 4 children and 3 children. Oh, very simple. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Everything is the same, right? So 7 factorials. Also, all the boys are in one group. All the boys are in one group. So 4 boys. So it can be 4 children, 4 groups, and 3 groups, and then 4 groups and 3 groups as well. Why I have to put 2 possibilities? Look at this. 4 boys. 4 boys. It can be boys, 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 or it can be boys, 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 right? Get it? Get the idea? So this is 4 boys, so 4, 3, 2, and another boy can be put here, and girls is 3, 2, 1, right? So girl, girl, girl. How about this? Girl, girl, girl. So 4, 3, 2, 1, girl, 3, 2, 1. Pay attention. This is can be written this or this. So boys in the second group here, or boys in the first group, consists of 4 boys total, right? Is this following the rule? All the boys are in one group here, but 1 boys can be put aside, okay? And all boys are in one group as well, okay? So this plus, right? So 3 to 1 1, 3 times. I just make I have my calculator. 30 and 30 also. See, 60 possibilities. 60 possible position. 7 factorials. Okay, I forgot. 5040. And 1 boy and 1 girl are twins and must be in the same group. Okay, in the same group. So 4 and 3 and 4. I pick some possibilities and 3, right? Now, 1 boy and 1 girl are twins. So out of 7, we have here the twins. So the twins here, twin 1, twin 2, or twin 1, twin 2. And then how many possibilities? How many possible value? 5, right? 5 more, because 2 Out of 7, 2 are twins, so 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right? So the twins are not being counted anymore. It can be counted as one, right? One pair, a pair of twins. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. On the first group, which consists of four children. Let's say this is group A, this is group B, right? So A, B. This is A, B, group A, group B, group A, group B also. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 120 and 120. It is 240 amount of possible values, possible arrangement. Okay, I think that's all. Showing. This is my favorite part. Yes.
Go ahead. There's combinations and there's also permutations, right?
There you go. This is, by the way, this is all permutations, because no matter where the position is, it's still the same. AB and BA. Combination is always considering the arrangement. For example, out of 7 students, I want to pick 3 candidates that will become. That's the keywords. Become the vice leaders, the leaders, and also let's say the secretary. So if I put ABC on the different arrangement, they will be different, right? So for example, ABC, leader, vice, and secretary. BCA, leader, vice, and secretary. 2 distinct arrangement, right? So, but how about this? Groups. It's permutation. So no matter where they put in front or on the back, it's still one group, like a team of football, right? Okay. Let's try to do one more. Okay, one more. This is my favorite part. So let me do the favorite part. So cosecant. So remember, 1 over sine is cosecant. 1 over cos is secant. 1 over tan is cotangent, right? And sine square plus cos square theta equals 1. And I want to divide everything by sine because it becomes 1 plus cotangent square equals cosecant square. And then I divide everything by cos square, tan square plus 1 equals secant square theta. Cosecant 1 over sine plus sine minus sine, right? Minus sine theta. I put this as a sine theta whole thing, 1 minus sine square, right? And 1 minus sine square theta is cos square theta, according to this rule, right? I put the sine square to the right side. Cos square theta over sine theta. If I want to show that the left side equals to the right side, so you maintain one side. This is what I maintain. I modify this part. Or anyhow, you can just switch. You want to maintain on the left side, but I think the left side is the easiest way. Maintain. So cos square is cos theta times cos theta over sine theta, right? So cos theta over sine theta is cotangent, right? Oh, I forgot to put one more. Tangent equals sine theta over cos theta. So if I have cos theta over sine theta, it has to be cotangent theta times cos theta. Proven. Okay, I think that's all. Let me know whenever you have any question. You can just ask me through WhatsApp. Or what is the time on tomorrow, girls?